Alright, Shalom Ahava Aleikum. Hurnota Shel Hasifrota, Harmony of the Spheres, back again with some wisdom and some understanding of Hashem, of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And today we're going to be diving pretty deep. Most people who are going to come to my video and my channel might have watched the first video on the weekly Parsha, and I have to say that level really wasn't that deep, right? The first video on this channel is really meant to be like a primer for videos like this, which, you know, although, you know, the video is going to be 15 minutes, you know, at the max per video, I still intend to make this a series, right? I'm going to probably finish this in one night, and it's going to be like 4 or 5 clips, and I still have to decide whether I want to, you know, span those out over a few weeks or kind of drop them all at once. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna do the former. Anyway, so today we have some very interesting content, and I just want to let everybody know that the entire video is in Hebrew in terms of what's on the slides. It's completely in Ivrit. Kal shekitiv בפאורפוינט הזה קל בעברית, וצריך אנחנו לדעת איך מדבר עברית. I think it's a really important thing. As you can see, I'm still learning, but just understand that videos in the future, as I get to, you know, perfect my Hebrew, I'm going to be speaking in Hebrew for long chunks. But for now, I'll be translating everything. But, you know, the slides are 100% Hebrew, right? This is obviously meant for initiates, you know, holy adepts, masters, grandmasters, and ancients alike, as I've always said. And I'm just really glad to have this channel back up. And so, without being, you know, too long in the introduction for this series, let us proceed. So, hayom nelomed al sodot legave haolam haba, right? So today we're going to be learning about secrets that have regards to the world to come, or have to do with the world to come. Because a lot of people, they have this conception in religion of, you know, the Akhirah, and the Akhirah is usually the afterlife, and in Judaism we call it Olam Haba. And it's not necessarily heaven, right? Because heaven is Shemayim, right? Shemayim, you look above you, it's Shemayim. That's heaven. That's literally the heavens. That's what the ancients looked up into the sky, and they didn't say sky, like, what, you know, they said Havana, or they said, you know, Shemayim, they said Samawat. They understood that was the heavenly dome. They understand it was like wise dome, wisdom. They understood the wisdom of who, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that it was like that. We need to bring back this understanding. But now, Olam Haba is outside of time and space and place. Olam Haba happens to us after we pass from this plane, by whatever level that is, whether it's sleep or death or whatever, right? So, אנחנו יודעים, עולם הזה, יש את המבינים של זמן, מרוחב or מרוחב, ומקום, right? So we know this world. אנחנו יודעים עולם הזה. Okay? And I have one of my favorite pictures in the back, or one of my favorite paintings. I believe I saw this in a museum in New York City on a date or something. Yeah, that's probably what it was. And I really like this picture because all the way to the left, you see Chava and Adam learning with Yeshua. It's probably what that was going on there in the Gan Eden, in the Garden of Eden, Jannah, right, paradise. Then you see that's every single couple with the Messiah and with God and whatnot. You see the elephant over there, and, you know, the whole thing. Then you have the worldly life in the center of the picture. We know this whole entire shit. You get a spouse, right? Am I talking about the guys who like guys and the girls who like girls? You need to get help, and you need to seek Hashem's, you know, blessing that you have your zivuk sent to you, and stop suffering this mental illness you people are suffering from. This world will be full of this shit, by the way. Will be full of this filth. Will be full of disorder. We can't do nothing about it because people have free choice. But we know this world, generally, it kind of sucks. That's kind of the bottom line, but it's not a bad thing, right? Yesh et hamevin shel zemen, we have the constructs of time, merucha, really space, right? And umakom, and place, right? Time, space, and place. This is like the netzach, chod, and yisod of like the nukva of Asiya or something. You know what I mean? It's like bottom level shit. And then, how can we possibly get to know or come to realize the world to come if all we know is this world? If all we know is just get up in the morning, do your thing, then go chill, you know, sometime later, you know, saving up, you know, save up money and, you know, whatever, get a house and live your life. That's this world. How can we get to know Olam Haba? Aval ma ze be'atzam ha'olam haba. But what really is, in actuality, Olam Haba? What, you know, people ask, oh, how do I get to Olam Haba? What I'm trying to ask is, what is Olam Haba? People are like, okay, what shape is the earth? I'm like, what is earth? Right? You have this word ma, which is really the 45 letter name, all the way up near the Golgotha in Adam Kadmon Baruch Hu, right? And so this is a question that comes from the most ancient concealed one, right? Who created these? Who created these outcomes? Because it has to be coming from no place other than Olam Haba. The outcomes we experience here pile up in Olam Haba, and then they kind of continue forever, right? And I want you to look at the picture behind this. It's a map of the world. So I think it's a Mercator projection of the map of the world. Probably not. I think probably something like that. But keep this image in mind. And this is the question: how do we approach Olam Haba? What is Olam Haba, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a Siddur, which is a Jewish prayer book, into the section where it deals in the morning for the blessings of the Torah. Rov Yisrael Yukro Lifnei Tefilat Shachris, right? It says up here for the title, okay? Most of Israel, they recite this particular passage, Elo Davarim Shein Lehem Shur HaPeah Bikurim Vagomer Tefilat Shachris. They say this before they say the Shachris. This is like, you have a few Torah blessings. Thank you Hashem for the Torah. Hashem gave us the Torah. All these wonderful things. And then you read this passage, which directly deals with things that are countable before Hashem in this world, meaning in your everyday life, and simultaneously in the world to come. Meaning you do these things and they kind of account for both your life in this world, meaning you're benefiting here, and then you benefit in the afterlife, which is a whole different dimension, which you go to after you leave, okay? Everyone does, right? Everyone will go through this process. This is the whole point. It's not one person judging you in this process. This is the process, and people go through it over and over and over again, but everyone goes through eventually. But some, you know, this is the understanding, okay? So these are the things we have to do. I'm gonna read it in Hebrew, and then we're gonna go to the English, you know, just to make it easier for the viewers. This says, this is Siddur Ashkenazi Siddur, Ashkenazi Jewish prayer book, Shacharis, in the section of the morning prayers, Baruch Hu Torah, for the blessings of the Torah, and it's actually found in Talmud Bavli, in Masechet Shabbos, in Daf Kuf Kaf Zayin, Tzad Aleph. This is where this is from, because I'm gonna make sure my quoting here is, are good. And this is, you know, Masechet Shabbat is one of my favorite maksot because it deals with some amazing Shabbos laws that can enhance anyone's Shabbat and bring anyone closer to Hashem. Very quickly, Elo devorim she'ein lehem shora pi'awa bikurim u'harayon ugmilot chasedim v'talmud Torah. Elo davarim she'adam ochel perotehem be'olam hazeh v'haikeren kayemet le'olam haba v'elohem kibod avwe'em וגמילות חסדים וחשכמת בית המדרש שחרית וערבית וחכנסת אורחים ובקור חולים וחכנסת חלה ולוויית חמת ולוויין תפילת ואחוות שלום בין אדם לחברו ובין איש לאשתו ותלמוד תורה כנגד כולם. Okay, and the English reads like this: these are precepts for which no fixed measure is prescribed, meaning, you know, you do these things, there's no end to your reward every time you do them. Leaving the corner of a field unharvested, meaning for the poor. You have this field, you have this income, you leave a portion of it untouched for the poor. This is like big bonuses. Back then you did it with a field, and you grow some food in the field, and you left one portion of your field which had fruit for the poor, and they came and they ate because it was free fruit. Why not? It's a big blessing. Right? You're sustaining mankind. The offering of the first fruits, which, you know, the appearance offering, This is from God. God asks of this in the Torah, performing deeds of kindness and the study of the Torah. These are precepts, the fruit of which man enjoys in this world, while the principal reward, as I said to you before, is preserved for him in the world to come. They are honoring father and mother, performing deeds of kindness, early attendance in the house of study, meaning studying early, if you can't attend the house of study, morning and evening, providing hospitality to guests, visiting the sick, participating in making a wedding, right, marriage, right, party, reception, good stuff, accompanying the dead to the grave, meaning you pay your shiva, concentrating on the meaning of prayers, meaning you're focused when you're talking to God, making peace between fellow men and between husband and wife, big thing, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. That's what it says in basic English. And so on the outside, just a few quick notes before the video ends. This is very, very basic pshat. This is what we do to get reward in this world and the world to come. And these are clearly outlined. It's very, very simple to understand. We're going to go over them one more time in the next video. But until then, I want us to understand that this is coming directly from the Talmud. It's not Kabbalah, but we're going to get Kabbalistic about it. I'm going to show you how to transform, how to transmute the lead, which is Talmud, right? Let's be honest, into gold, which is Kabbalah. I'm going to do it in one video, well, a few series, right? Few videos. And so with the help of God, obviously, and we're going to see some amazing things. We're going to see some great wisdoms, and hopefully we'll receive some amazing understandings. And with that being said, Anochi churnota shel sifrota v'ani dabrti alechem. Shalom. Catch you in the next video. Amin.